Long ago, in the savannah lands beneath the great sun of the east, there was a village named Ngoma, a place where the rhythm of life was measured not by time, but by drums. Drums to greet the morning, drums to signal harvest, drums to mourn, and drums to celebrate. In Ngoma, drums were sacred. Every child was taught their language, for it was said the gods themselves once spoke through rhythm. The greatest of all drums sat in the centre of the village under the shade of the mighty Baobab tree, its skin stretched from the hide of a lion that gave itself willingly, its wood carved from a tree older than memory. Every year, when the red moon rose, the village held a festival where young ones would present their skills before the elders and the great drum. It was there that one would be chosen as the next drum whisperer, a leader, a prophet, a listener of the spirit world. But this tale is not about those who were loud, or strong, or gifted. No, it is about a boy who did not speak at all. Kazi was born beneath a storm. Lightning cracked the sky as if the heavens were being torn apart, and his mother whispered that he carried the silence of thunder in his soul. From the moment he was born, Kazi never uttered a word. Children mocked him, adults pitied him, but Kazi watched. He listened, and while others talked over each other, he heard what others missed: the whispers of wind, the cries of ants, the sigh of trees. One day, while other children trained with sticks and skins, Kazi wandered to the Baobab. He placed his hand on its bark and felt a heartbeat. The tree pulsed, soft, slow, eternal. He returned every day, sitting beneath its shade, sometimes placing his ear to the ground. It was there the village elder, Baraka, first noticed him. "You do not need a tongue to speak to the earth," the elder murmured. "One day, Kazi, your silence will echo louder than drums." When Kazi turned 16, the red moon rose once more. But this year, the sky wept. Crops failed, animals grew restless, and the great drum lost its sound. No matter how hard the drummer struck, it remained mute. Fear spread like wildfire. Elder Baraka called the village together and declared, "This is a curse, a test from the spirits. Only one who walks the path of silence can restore the drum." To everyone's surprise, the Baobab dropped a golden leaf at Kazi's feet. The sign was clear. Kazi, the silent one, was chosen. His mission: to complete the 3 trials of the ancestors, the trial of the lion's roar, the trial of the river's truth, the trial of the sky's echo. And so, with nothing but a satchel, or a wooden stick, and the elder's blessing, Kazi stepped into the unknown. Kazi's first journey led him to the savage grasslands, where lions ruled and no man dared wander alone. At dusk, he encountered a lion with golden eyes that glowed like embers. Instead of attacking, the lion spoke, yes, spoke, in the tongue of drums and wind. "Why do you seek the roar, child of no voice?" Kazi, with his eyes, simply listened. The lion tested him, first with fear, then with hunger, finally with a roar so mighty it bent the trees. But Kazi did not flinch. He remained still, staring deep into the lion's soul. The lion bowed its head. "You have faced what cannot be silenced. You have earned the roar without sound. It gifted him a claw of silver, glowing with invisible rhythm. Next, Kazi journeyed east to the River of Wounds, known for showing travellers their deepest pain. He stood at the edge, and the water shimmered with memories. He saw his mother crying, begging the gods to make him speak. He saw himself alone, always watching from shadows. He saw rejection again and again. But as tears fell, the river changed, whispered, "What you see is pain, but what you carry is power." Kazi dipped his fingers in, and the water turned clear. A fish leapt from the depths, transforming mid-air into a mask made of pearl. He caught it gently and placed it in his satchel. The final trial took him to the cliffs of wind, where the stars kissed the earth. At the top, he stood in silence. Wind whipped his clothes, but he made no sound. Then a voice spoke, not from a creature, but from the sky itself. All have a voice, even you. What do you wish to say? Kazi took the silver claw, the pearl mask, and placed them on the ground. Then he raised his hands and tapped his chest, once, twice, 3 times. The sky answered with thunder, repeating the same rhythm. Boom, boom, boom. The silence had spoken. Beam of light struck him gently, and in his mind he heard the truth. The greatest voice is one that listens first. When Kazi returned, the great drum sat untouched, still mute. The villagers looked on, unsure. Kazi walked to the centre. He placed the silver claw upon the drum. He wore the pearl mask over his face. Then he raised his hand, and instead of striking, he gently tapped it with his heart, pressing his chest against the skin. At first, nothing. Then, boom! A sound so deep it shook the dust, so warm it made elders weep. So pure, birds fell silent mid-flight. The drum had spoken, and its words were clear. He who carries silence carries all sound. From that day forward, Kazi became the drum whisperer, not because he played loud, but because he heard deeply. He taught children to listen before speaking. He sat beneath the Baobab, not giving answers, but letting others find them. Ngoma prospered, and each red moon, the people remembered that sometimes the quietest child carries the loudest truth. Do not fear silence, for in its stillness the world reveals its rhythm. Would you like this formatted into a YouTube video script with timestamps and voiceover cues?